So, how you doing, everybody? So, I actually had someone request to show the sound card or sound card. I decided to do it at the right day because I have shooting videos later in the day that I requested it. So, I do have a meeting up here. I did have like a meeting where I did shoot some stuff on there, some posts. Put out there. So, I did have to change some stuff around first, but everything seems to be going good. And I do try to help out everyone. So I'm gonna set up now. Just set that. Starting 60. So how you doing, everybody? So I actually had asked me a question, and I tried to help. Just set that to it. Anyway, on the back of the little sound card, it is extremely light, so it's gonna come with the cable, and it is a. If I can get it to focus. There we go. When you're, I have it up to the PC. I haven't put it up to my phone yet, but you supposedly can. So I guess you would take a USB-C to USB-C. It is a USB-C in right there. It also has a charging cable, and that will go into the USB in the back of your computer. Just basic USB cable, kind of like I have one over here. There we go. It's kind of like that. On the other end, you just plug it into your USB port from your computer. Of course, if you're running higher Windows, it will automatically recognize it. If not, head up to the laptop now. I have an iPad. So it's going to come up in here. But it's going to come up in here. It's that right there. It's going to automatically connect. And now it's going to ask you to connect it to the laptop. You can connect it that way. And it is going to come up with a.
Yeah.
Automatically coming up now. You can record it. Do everything with it.
Yeah.
To what you call it. I mean, to what you call it, to waveform. If you're doing like a podcast, or you're doing it needs to be WAV or MP3, that is when I went and I got Audio City, which is a much better thing because you can actually, it records in its own like wave format, but alright guys, so here is the setup for the Xbox. Ready for this? So we're using an XLR USB style. We're going to be running an XLR. We run that into the Fine mixer. Now this thing has sound pads on it. It has RGB lights on it. It has several other things on it. I'm going to go over here in a minute. But I'm running that directly to the Xbox. And I have just a single cable running out of the back of it and to the controller right here. And it will work on third-party controllers. And I am live on Twitch on the Xbox right now. So you get to see this all live and know that it actually works on the Xbox with no issues. You know what I say to that? Shakalaka! Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a basic overview of the board itself. I'm not going to give you a full review just because it's been out for a while. There's so many people out there who've done it. Actually, a good buddy of mine, Brandon Darkin Cyrus, he has a YouTube channel. I'll make sure I link him below. It is a perfect review of this. Actually, I bought this thing for this review.
That takes phantom power. Do not use it. Make sure you look it up before you just turn this on, thinking you're going to get more power. Something you can mess up a dynamic mic that does not require phantom power if you do this. So be careful on that one. Turn it off if it doesn't. If your mic works, don't use it. Simple as that. The second button here is for auto tuning. So if I were to turn it on, I can go through some stuff and you can kind of hear my voice changing and stuff. This is for singers and stuff like that, but I'm not going to go through all of them. And then over here you have your RGB lights. This is literally just for you, however you want your lights set up. I like the colors of how they were and stuff, so I have them set up that way. And then this button right here is for voice changer. I mean, change your voice. It's simply there.
Voice, yeah. Male, female.
Few seconds and turns it off. And then these are your faders for your lines and stuff. So your mic fader right here, you can kind of play with it, have it set up where you want it and stuff. I probably have it set a little high. Actually, I don't. I'm not peeking. And then you have your line in. This is if you're running something into it for music or something like that, which we'll be actually running stuff into it for the Xbox for game play and all that. You have your headphones. This is for your monitoring and stuff like that. And then you have your line out, which is everything going out. Now these buttons down here, these three buttons are for mute, and this is for my monitoring. This needs to be white for streaming, so I can have fun with it and stuff like that. So everything you just heard was me setting it up. All you have to do is whatever you have line in coming into or whatever you're playing for your PC, you can just hold the button while it's white. You can record. I think it's 15 seconds. Again, Brandon goes over all that over on Dark and Cyrus. I'll make sure I'll link him below. What you're going to do when you do this method is turn on mic monitoring on the board itself. If you do not have this on, this method will not work. You will not get no sound coming through, and you'll be pulling your hair out. You do this method, and I'm also going to show you how to use it on an Elite Series 2 controller or Elite Series controller or an Xbox, normal Xbox controller, wired or wireless. Let's go. The very first thing you're going to do when you do this method is turn on mic monitoring on the board itself. If you do not have this on, this method will not work. You will not get no sound coming through, and you'll be pulling your hair out until you finally turn that on. You'll know it's on because the light lights up. Yeah, it's bright. If it doesn't light up, it doesn't work. So make sure it's on. This right here, the Xbox controller. This is for the OG controllers, the series controllers, anything that is your wireless Xbox controller with the little sleeve right here. Okay, so if you have one of these controllers, and this is what you're going to use as the controllers, the series controllers, anything that is your wireless Xbox controller with the little sleeve right here. Okay, so if you have one of these controllers, and this is what you're going to use this for this method, you will need the Turtle Beach adapter. You should not be new to this. If you're from, you've been here before on the channel, use this with how to use a USB mic on the Xbox and stuff like that. So you're going to need to buy one of these. If you don't have one, I will be linking this and everything else you need, including this board below. So make sure you check out the links, help your boy out with a little bit of an affiliate, help you create free content for you guys each and every week. Anyways, so you're going to take it and you're going to plug it in the bottom of your controller as so. Once you get in the bottom of your controller, make sure it's pressed all the way in, by the way. Don't put a little pressure behind it. It's okay. You're going to need a splitter. The splitter's going to have 3 rings on it. You see the 3 white rings, 1, 2, and 3. And then the other ends are going to be as so. You're going to see them here. You got a headphone jack right here on my left, and then on my right, you have a mic input jack. That's what you want for this one. From here, you're going to plug
Yeah. 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 Turn that down, son.
Yo,
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta figure this shit out. Slap. Yeah. Are you gonna take that?
yo, yo, chat, yo, chat, yo, yo, what we doing, y'all? Yo, what we doing, y'all? we doing, yo? Yeah, what we doing? Where we at? Okay. I got up here. What? Yeah. We gotta get this done. We gotta get this done. Fuck. Let's get this done, yo. I wanna get him in this TV. I wanna get him in this TV. I wanna get him on TV. Hey, chat, y'all can hear me? Hey, chat, y'all can hear me? Yo, chat.
Yo,
Bluetooth off.
yo,
Yo, we gotta get this done. We gotta get this done. Fuck, where did he come from?